Welcome back to the All Out Attack podcast. It's been a while, but we're back. Me and Siraj are back on it. So obviously, we were going to film something speaking about sort of like the best strikers in the world at the moment, but we've instead, obviously, recent events has meant that we've got another talking point. So obviously, the Super League.
Yeah.
I was absolutely gutted.
I saw your stories.
Sorry?
I said I saw your stories. Yeah, you were
mate,
fuming.
I was absolutely fuming. I was livid. Literally, one of the most annoyed I've ever been in my life. Like I literally just couldn't believe it. Like I was just in disbelief. I was thinking, when am I going to wake up? Like,
yeah, it's it's the elite teams, and the whole idea of it is very elitist. Like there's no qualification. It doesn't matter where you finish. You're going to be in there every year, and it kind of takes out the competition of it. Like qualifying for the Champions League is like, there's a lot of good teams in the Premier League, and qualifying for it is like, that is like kind of like the title race. That's what creates the title race, getting the Champions League spots, trying to win the league. And like this season, what's it called? Like West Ham are in a position to get Champions League, and if the European Super League happens, those teams will be denied that opportunity.
It's bad when I'm sympathising with West Ham fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, Aiden,
Aiden,
usually on the podcast, he's a West Ham fan. I was literally saying to him, like, I actually do feel bad for you, because they were literally like, I mean, they might have dropped out of Champions League, but like their first year in Europe in ages, and then it's just getting taken away because of like. And look at Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're mid-table Premier League side at the moment.
They don't even deserve. Yeah,
they do not deserve to be in an elitist league. Like
the worst one is Spurs, because it's like, why is Spurs joining an elite league? Like they can't win trophies as it is.
Yeah,
What's the point?
That's what I mean, and I mean it's annoying for me. So obviously, like for me and you, we're complete opposite spectrum.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Championship fan. You're a fan of United, who are in the league. So from my perspective, what you always, it's the hope that kills you, obviously, but you always have hope that you're going to be one day playing against teams like Man United, like your Chelsea, like your Man Cities, and like to have that suddenly taken away.
Yeah,
we'll never be able to. It looks like if this carries on for like the foreseeable future, we're not going to be able to play against the likes of City, United, all them sort of teams, and that's like for us, that's our cup final.
Exactly.
And like it's always a huge, like we get so excited about like FA Cup draws and whatnot, but like that, I mean, they haven't officially said like the FA Cup, but I'm presuming.
But have the Prem said that they're going to ban the teams?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, UEFA and the Premier League have said. I think that's what's going to happen, because
it's like the apocalypse of football, isn't it? It's just it's the end.
It's literally like the Civil War.
Just gonna start watching the Lithuanian leagues and like free sports too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
That hasn't been affected.
Yeah, because Bayern are actually, and for some reason PSG are against it as well. Like.
Yeah, what I saw a really funny tweet. It was like seeing PSG like turn down the thing is like when you find out Snape's the good guy.
No, but it actually is. It's like, wait, what?
Literally,
you think that they'd be the first people on that list,
That's what I mean. You'd think they would be the ones that set that up.
I'm not surprised with the Germans, because, like, especially in Germany, a lot of they have this really like, what do you call it? Elite mentality about themselves, about their teams. So like, I mean, the European Super League for them is like they're very prideful in their own country. So like, I think Müller even said it, about like he was saying, oh, like German football is 10 times better than English football, like the Bundesliga. Like they have this thing like they're like, oh, we have the best football, we have the best fans. So I'm not surprised that they're heavily against it, because it'd be sort of taking away their sort of pride and stuff. But yeah, like who's in it so far? So it's from obviously the big six.
You got the big six, and then you've got just off the top of my head, Atletico, Barcelona, Real Madrid,
Juventus, AC Milan,
Juventus, AC Inter. That's the 12 so far.
Okay.
And AC haven't been in the Champions League for a while.
Wow,
I believe. I don't know the exact amount of years. AC Milan have been out of it for a while. Arsenal have been out of it for a while.
Yeah, like Inter. Yeah, Inter. They came fourth. Well, they came bottom of the group, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't even get into the Europa League knockouts.
Yeah, they didn't even get into Europa. They just got straight knocked out. But yeah, Milan have become like Arsenal. They become a Europa League team. Yeah, it's crazy, how these teams fall. And that's one of the reasons I think, like, they're getting a big payout. Like, Arsenal, AC Milan. I mean, AC Milan have made a comeback this season. Like they've improved, they've got better.
Definitely.
But like, they're trying to use their legacy to try and like make themselves a bit of money, try and keep their elite mentality. But that's not how it works, like teams like Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest, people don't know that they've got. I mean, obviously some fans do, but they've got 2 Champions Leagues. So.
Yeah, no, they're
That's
like
what I
they've
mean.
got richer history, by far a richer history than City.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. Like they're trying to like, Arsenal, AC Milan, they're trying to use this as an excuse, like we can get to the elite levels because of our legacy. But like teams like Nottingham Forest, teams like Aston Villa, who were really good back in the 70s and 80s, they fell off quite hard, some of them, and it's like that you can't just say the whole great thing about football is it changes with the times. Like you get the 94-95 season where Blackburn won it. You get the
2015.
2015 where Leicester won it. And this sort of like just sort of downplays that. It sort of just cuts it off,
and like,
the people.
The another thing that I thought is like, when you get like a tie like Marine against Tottenham in the FA Cup, for instance. I know Marine got smashed, but that's the magic of those kind of competitions. Like you get the underdog, you get the David versus Goliath storyline, which is like a small team against a big team, and that's just kind of obviously you can still have that with teams like Leicester and West Ham and whatnot, but the Big Six are called a Big Six for a reason, and like I don't know, they're just
taking advantage of their position, aren't they?
That's so one thing I would say, this is going to be quite a difficult question for you to answer, but are you going to follow? There's not a right or wrong answer because I would find it so difficult if it was my team. Are you still going to follow United in the Super League?
I mean, of course, because although I wouldn't watch the Super League live, like I wouldn't live stream it. I'd probably end up watching highlight. But at the end of the day, I'm a United fan through and through. Like I always have been, and it'd be difficult for me to let that go. But at the same time, like you don't want the Super League to go ahead. So, I probably would try not to watch Super League. I'd probably try and if they're still in the Prem at that point, I could watch them. But yeah, that it's a tough question actually. You're right. You do want to boycott the Super League, but at the same time, you want to watch your team.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because like it's kind of tough to sort of say a definite answer.
But like, I mean, especially right now, before the league gets formed, once it gets formed, it's going to be hard to kind of stop it. Like, unless people really do boycott it. But if right now, people sort of post their opposition, just go like it's also a good time. A lot of local teams have been struggling during the pandemic, so as they open up again, spectators and stuff, just go down, support your local team.
100%. That's what I'm planning on doing. So obviously, for those of you who don't know, our local team's Maidenhead.
Yeah.
Maidenhead United, and I'm planning on trying to go down there as much as I can before I go off to uni.
Yeah, I want to go down as well, because last time I went was probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah, same here. I remember I watched a game where they played against Ebbsfleet.
Oh, okay.
And like they nearly got promoted that season, and that was like 2 years ago though.
Yeah, because I remember, when I went, I'm pretty sure I think they were gonna get promoted to the National League, or they were in the National League. They're trying to get promoted. So it was like 2018, I think. It might have been 2017, 18, but it's been a long time. I've always wanted to go, and I've always kind of forgotten about it. But I mean, I tried to go to the remember the Port Vale game where the BT Sport, everyone tried to get tickets.
When it was on BT Sport, that would have been insane.
Did you go or not?
No, I didn't. I think I was working that day.
Yeah, because I knew some people got tickets. I remember I told my dad to go get it, and he was just like, I went then, it was just gone straight away. Like,
thing is, I know a lot of teams, people. So I was speaking to someone on Instagram earlier, because obviously I've been quite vocal about my opinions on it.
Yeah.
On social media, and I was speaking to some Tottenham fan, and he said, he was like, obviously it's a really tough thing to say, but he was like, I've literally fell out of love with my club now. He said he's going to start supporting Maidenhead United fully.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah, which is mad. I mean,
yeah.
One positive I can see is that I hope that there's a few people who not necessarily stop supporting their club, because I could never ask someone to stop supporting their club, because I know if it was Millwall, I would not be able to stop supporting them.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I'd like to think that people will start like grassroots football. It could either go one of two ways. It could go really well for them or really badly. But I really hope that it goes really well.
I hope it does, like, even if some people don't support their local team, but yeah, like, just over summer, if there's a game on, just head down to your game or something. Like, some of these tickets are like, if you go Holyport and stuff, it's probably like £5 or
literally.
10 quid. Like, and if you do have spare cash, just go to a game and just help out or support or volunteer, because these are the clubs, these are the clubs for the people, for the local people. They provide a lot for the community, and like, even Maynard United. I remember when I used to go when I was younger, like, they used to get a crowd of like 300-400, like, and then once they start getting promoted, they start doing well. Like, the crowds, built, and they 1,000, 2,000 people, and there's they've got a big fan base, and like, it's just, like, it just help out the local teams, and it's sort of like, just help that sort of grassroots element, because even if the top leagues do go, we've still got football. For some people, football, we still have, like, the foundations intact.
For me, I was speaking to Aidan about this. For me, I think with the National League, what people don't realise is that is where football, like, that's where the proper fundamentals of football sort of are still there. Like, there's no real sort of financial anything to do with finance, like, in it, and like, it's just that people play non-league, and like, don't get paid or get paid very little.
Exactly.
And for me, it's like one of those things. It's like a Jenga thing. If you pull out the non-league, the whole thing will collapse.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, but yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I was just gonna say, like, one of my favorite games I've ever been to wasn't even that a high scoring game. It was a Wickham game against, like, Rotherham or something. It was about 2 years ago. I think that was a 2018-19 season, and they were in League Two at the time. And obviously, I don't really, that was my first Wickham game I ever went to. But, like, even watching, like, League Two highlights on TV and the atmosphere there, like, it's just, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Like, especially the lower leagues, there's, like, it's a louder crowd, but you also feel closer to the action and closer to the pitch.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's because you're sort of with like, the bigger team you get, the more sort of commercial it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And with a team like Wickham, obviously they're Championship now, so
they're
we'll give
right.
them credit for that. But, like, well, they're going down.
Yeah, true. They got to the Championship finally.
Yeah, they had their season of glory. But what's it? So yeah, the more commercial you get, I feel like the less sort of close to the pitch, both literally and, like, metaphorically, you are.
You are, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I just think, going back to the sort of actual team themselves, I just think the owners, like, who does Daniel Levy think he is?
Yeah.
Putting himself down as one of Europe's elite for the money, firstly, which I think is appalling no matter what team you are, and secondly, they're literally not Europe's elite. Like, I like Tottenham. I don't have a problem with them, but I just think it's ridiculous. And then sacking the manager. We don't know this for sure, but I have a heavy suspicion it's because of the training session that apparently he didn't want to do. But, like,
is that it?
So Fabrizio Romano reported that it was performance based, but I'm not. I know, like, I do trust what Fabrizio says, but I just don't, I'm not buying it. I just think that it's too coincidental. They've got a League Cup final next week, and Mourinho's openly been against the Super League, and like I think it's too coincidental for it to be sort of the day after the Super League gets confirmed, he suddenly gets sacked. That's just my opinion, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I think it is that he's obviously had a big disagreement with Thingy, and Thingy sort of just sacked him on the spot, I guess. He's probably just been like, if you're not gonna agree with this, then you can't continue here. Because it was too sudden, it wasn't like, obviously Tottenham had been, their form had been up and down and stuff, but you thought he'd been given to the end of the season, but yes, it was a massive shock, and respect to him, if he did, stand up against it, and he probably did, a lot of managers, Sir Alex has been quite vocal against it.
Yeah, I've seen
Gary Neville as well.
So Alex, Gary Neville, I saw a TikTok earlier of Rio Ferdinand absolutely slaying it.
He's slating it.
And all of them, and Gary Lineker tweeted last night.
It's just we got to just have something from the play. The players obviously is so much money involved. Like, will they stand up against it, or will they?
I don't know.
Because I saw obviously Ander Herrera's PSG player, but he was on the first to post, and he said like this is just sort of destroying the game of football, and it can't be allowed and stuff. But
so Bruno so he shared so Daniel Podence put up a post basically saying that football's for the fans.
Yeah.
And Bruno Fernandes shared that to his story.
Oh, okay.
So he's not really officially posted anything, but he shared.
But he's been a bit cryptic about it,
as did Joao Cancelo. But there's two people that we need to be on board with it, and that's Cristiano Ronaldo. We need him to speak out against it, and we need Lionel Messi. Because if them two say they're not going to play, then that surely means that they're going to reevaluate.
Yeah, that's true.
But if you think about it, the actual idea of a Super League, I don't actually think the sort of fundamental idea of it is awful if you do it in the right way. So if you say I still wouldn't be on board with it, but if you said that there was going to be divisions relegation and that, and they have to say 3 divisions of 10 teams, and this is going to be how we reformat the Champions League.
Yeah.
So instead of the midweek Champions League games, we have that, and then there's each season people get relegated, people get promoted. But the fact that there's no relegation and no promotion, and there's not, other than the title, if you're not in the title race, no one really, there's not really much to play for. Because obviously if you there's no top 4 or whatever. So if you're not those top 2 teams, it could, if it's a case where, say, I don't know, I'm just plucking a name out of the air, but if City start running away with the league, there's literally no element of competition in there. It's just a pre-season friendly tournament.
Yeah, exactly. You said if they can't coexist with the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why especially UEFA have been vocal against it, because it's literally saying let's just do away with the Champions League, let's create something completely different.
Yeah.
And literally, I can understand the appeal of it, but at the same time, the thing about the football, like you said, it's these opportunities of the smaller clubs, and you want that to still remain. So you said, either if it's divisions that they have, or if it's just a new version of the Champions League, basically updated for the modern day, I can understand it. But if they're coming in and just creating this elite league, fair enough if you do a Club World Cup. But if you want to do a European Club World Cup, a European Cup, sort of the best teams from Europe, and you just have a separate competition for that, then that's fine. But otherwise, as a big league, I think the Champions League is fine as it is.
Exactly. I'm the Champions League. One of the main reasons I was so gutted is because the Champions League is like a long way my favorite competition.
Yeah.
I've always said this because I think you get the highest caliber of football in it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm hoping they keep the Champions League, but it's gonna be weird, isn't it? Because it's gonna be like the English representatives are most likely going to be Leicester, West Ham, and then who's the other two? Because
I saw some people saying, was it like Leeds or like Leeds?
It'll be the next highest team up. So I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Leeds are like a 10th or 11th. So
it might be Villa and no, it must be Everton and Villa or Leeds.
Oh yeah, Everton are part of it. Oh, you said West Ham, Leicester. Yeah, Everton and then Leeds. Yeah.
Yeah, so West Ham, Leicester, Everton, and I mean, in fairness, I'd quite
back
enjoy
I'll back
watching.
Everton.
I'd enjoy watching Leeds.
Yeah, in the Champions League.
And I don't know if you know, I really didn't used to like Leeds, but I'm growing to like them just because of this whole situation. Because, yeah, I think that they've the way Bielsa's spoken out about it. And I don't know if you've seen the Leeds Stadium in preparation for the game. They put like behind the goal that Liverpool are going to be shooting in the second half. Football is for the fans, which I think is proper powerful. But I mean, it's a weird one. I just don't really know because that game tonight, like, doesn't really mean much, does it? Because Liverpool are going for Champions League, but obviously they're not in the Champions League. Like, they're not going to be playing. So it's just a weird one.
Okay, so apparently Bruno wrote, "Dreams can't be bought."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he shared
Dreams
it.
can't be bought.
He shared it to his story and said, "Dreams can't be bought."
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's a very vocal member. He's also actually surprisingly, I'm pretty sure he's only on like 100K as well. He's actually on quite a low wage. Like Jesse Lingard on the same amount of P as him.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, I guess it's because when he
joined,
when he joined, he wouldn't. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums up all I had to get on my chest. I'm not happy about it, but you know, it is what it is. Football's gonna change forever. I'm still gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be I'm definitely not gonna try not to watch the games live. I'm gonna be watching mainly Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, and obviously the Champions League if it carries on. But I'm going to try not to watch the Super League because I'm that much against it. But obviously, it's a different scenario for you because you support one of the teams in it.
Yeah. So it says 36 clubs qualifying for an expanded first phase.
Yeah.
All clubs will play 10 opponents of varying strengths.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 36 clubs. What's that, like 9 groups, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be nine groups, and then it'll be. I'm guessing they'll go straight from. They must have to go straight from 36 to 60.
Yeah, I wonder unless it's gonna be like a league instead. Yeah, obviously it's actually European Super League, isn't it? So I don't know how it's gonna work. Would it be like a round robin, like you're just playing
I thought the 36 was the Champions League. Because I know they was thinking.
Oh, that's the new Champions League, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the Super League, the format of that is
That's what I'm saying.
There's 12 founding members,
and that
and then they're adding teams on if they like perform well. But they say if they perform well, I think it's just if they get enough clout for them to make more money off them. So say like I don't know, Leicester become a huge team and like keep on winning the Premier League, and people are buying loads of Leicester shirts.
Yeah.
That means that they're gonna then be more interesting to the Super League and to Perez, who's public enemy number 1 right now.
Yeah. Everyone hates him.
But yeah, as I say, I think that wraps up what I was wanting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And obviously, just the last thing was on FIFA, like is that true? Was it from like FIFA 22? Like the teams aren't gonna be on FIFA? They're gonna exit the FIFA game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because FIFA are like properly beefing the Super League, like the Real Madrid and everyone.
That actually is so dead. Man.
They're throwing their toys out of the pram.
They're so dead. You just have to play West Ham versus like Leeds as like the biggest game in the Prem.
I mean, PSG are just gonna walk.
Oh yeah. Everyone's just gonna use Mbappe, innit?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
PSG, Neymar, Mbappe.
Yeah, it's weird one, isn't it? But yeah, that's pretty much.
That's it. All right. Yeah.
All right. Cheers for watching, everyone. But we'll be back weekly.
Yeah, every sort of like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, around then. All right. Cheers,
Yeah.
lads.